anthem performed by our select class of 2023 choir and show choir graduates. Two members of the class of 2023, and Noah Messier. There are two members of the class of 2023 that are no longer with us. Amongst the graduates, there are two seats designated with Raider blue bows to remember these two special people on this day. Please take a moment of silence. Thank you. I know they are here today with us in spirit. Please be seated. Welcome to the Somerset Berkeley Regional High School 2023 commencement ceremonies. My name is Susan Brailsford, and I am honored to be the principal of this wonderful school. Tonight, as I welcome all of you to our ceremony, I want to commend and congratulate those of you that have worked so hard over the past 4 years. Today is the day your hard work pays off. The students before me have made their mark on our school academically, musically, athletically, civically, socially, and they will always be remembered as a class that overcame many obstacles to be shining stars of Somerset, Berkeley, and surrounding communities. We are forever proud of each and every one of you. Your commitment to our vision of the graduate is undeniable. On Wednesday, we celebrated these achievements at the National Honor Society Scholarship Night. Would all students that have received a music, athletic, academic scholarship, award, or are members of our National Honor Society please stand and be recognized? And I know there are still some award ceremonies yet to come. Thank you. Please be seated. In addition, we are sending some of our students off to defend our country and serve in the military. Would any student heading to military please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. But tonight, I also want to give a shout out to those of you who are here and struggled to get here. The class of 2023 holds a special place in my heart. This is the last class that I started with as your assistant principal. I look out and see some of you and remember some of you freshman year. Some of us spent a lot of time together that year. There were some of you who didn't think you would be sitting here today, receiving your diploma. The path through high school is not always easy. There were struggles along the way. There were tears, there were fears, and it was hard. But we believed in you. I believed in you. Mrs. Pereira, Mrs. DeCuto believed in you. Your teachers, your counselors, your parents, and your friends believed in you, even if there were moments that you didn't believe in yourself. And you made it to overcome obstacles, and we are all here tonight to celebrate the amazing things you have accomplished, and this is just the beginning. The pride that I feel, so proud of all of your accomplishments, is second only to the people who sit in front of you in the stands, who are no doubt overcome with emotion, seeing you graduate today with your future ahead of you. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of your journey. There is a movie that was made long before any of you were born, actually really long before any of you were born, called A League of Their Own. It's a fictionalized account of the real-life all-girls professional baseball team that was created during World War II when the war threatened to shut down professional baseball. Tom Hanks played the manager, Jimmy Dugan, and towards the end of the movie, the star catcher, Dottie Hinson, played by Gina Davis, decides to quit and go back to life with her husband, who returns from the war. Hanks' character is upset she's leaving the team. Her response to him is, "It just got too hard." Hanks' reply is, "It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great." Graduates, I encourage you, I beg you, never give up on your dreams or yourselves on account of the hard. You will have moments, you will have people, and you will have struggles that make you want to quit because it just got too hard. But don't let anything stop you from your greatness. The hard will be what makes the outcome great. Push yourself and expect not only this greatness from yourselves, but from those you surround yourself with and those that you trust your heart and your happiness to. Continue to foster the greatness that is inside of each one of you. I am so proud to have known you and watched you grow into the adults before me. Parents, guardians, and friends, thank you for sharing your most prized possessions with us. Many times I tell students that this is the moment that you have dreamed of since you held these babies in your arms. Today is not only a day for these students, but for you families as well. And so congratulations to all of you as well. We cannot wait to hear of the next chapters in these young people's lives that you are ready to write. Congratulations, class of 2023. Welcome to your commencement ceremony, and welcome to the next chapter of your journey. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Jeffrey Schoonover, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Brailsford. Families, friends, faculty, administrators, members of the school committee, distinguished guests, and most importantly, members of the class of 2023, good evening. Graduates, I stand before you today with honor at the commencement of the Somerset Berkeley Regional High School class of 2023 as your proud superintendent and as a proud father of a graduate in this class. As I thought about this graduating class, being change makers was a common theme that kept emerging. The way in which members of this class have advocated for change in our schools. In the spring of my first year as superintendent, when you were all in 4th grade, Henry and Henriette wrote an article in the North Elementary School newspaper about the archaic lunch policy that had boys and girls assigned to different tables based on gender. In middle school, Sophia made a presentation to the school committee proposing changes to the dress code that unfairly targeted girls. In high school, many of you proposed changes for the school through your civics projects. One that sticks out is the work that Chandler, Hayden, Brady, and Corey did to propose changes to student parking here at the high school. And they presented that proposal at a school committee meeting. In each one of these 3 examples, the proposed changes were approved and went into effect the next year. This is what happens when students cast light on a problem and successfully advocate for change. Change makers are willing to take risks, to challenge the status quo, and to stand up for what they believe in. As your world expands beyond Somerset and Berkeley, I urge you to be change makers, to be the kind of people who make a difference in the world and who leave it a better place than they found it. Being a change maker is not easy, however. It requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to take on challenges. It requires a deep sense of purpose and a commitment to making the community a better place. Families, congratulations to you. This is a celebration of your unwavering support. over the years. I want to take this moment to thank and acknowledge all of our teachers, support staff, and administrators for their contributions from preschool until now, whose collective goal it was to prepare our students for this very day. Class of 2023, dream big, take risks, and pursue your passions. Be the change makers we need, as you are the ones who will shape the future. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Our next speaker is the chairperson of the Somerset Berkeley Regional School District, Ms. Jennifer Andrews.
Thank you, Superintendent Schoonover. On behalf of the Somerset Berkeley Regional School Committee, I am truly honored to extend our congratulations and best wishes to the graduates and to their proud families, caregivers, and friends. We also offer our gratitude to the educators who have nurtured, challenged, and prepared these students to reach this important milestone. We would also like to acknowledge the administrators, the teachers, the custodians, the musicians, the support staff, and everyone else who's worked so hard behind the scenes to provide our graduates and their families with an event they truly deserve. No one accomplishes anything of great significance alone, and the achievement we celebrate tonight is no exception. Commencement speakers often offer graduates advice and pearls of wisdom, but I'm here to disappoint you. Instead, I'd like to ask the graduates a question, one posed by the writer Mary Oliver in her poem, The Summer Day. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? The great adventure before you lies in figuring that out for yourself. Because the truth is, no one else knows what's best for you. This notion is liberating and also a little daunting, but you have a strong foundation and the love and the support of those who surround you tonight. So Raiders, I ask you again, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Whatever answers you arrive at them honestly. Don't be afraid to stay a little wild, and know that you, like life itself, are precious. Congratulations to the Somerset Berkeley class of 2023.
It is now my honor to present the valedictorian of the class of 2023, attending Northeastern University in the honors program to study behavioral neuroscience on a pre-med track. I am proud to introduce Cameron J. Barabee to the podium.
Well, we did it. Congratulations, Raiders. We are finally graduates. I am proud of all of us in this field today. The accumulation of our high school careers has been unique. Half of it was spent online. We adapted to 3 different schedules and missed out on some of the best of high school experiences. But now, each one of us is sitting here today graduating and about to make this transition into adulthood. Now, each one of us is about to enter a world of inflation, political polarization, and a climate crisis. It's even a world where artificial intelligence is becoming part of everyday life. I mean, have you seen that Snapchat AI? That thing is scary. Well, even though the new journey may seem unsettling and nerve-wracking, I know that this class, the class of 2023, is ready for it. Absolutely clueless. That is how I felt when debating what sort of speech I would deliver today. When I found out I was in the running for the title of Valedictorian in September, I contemplated all the different topics I could talk about. Being the best version of yourself, whether the academic commitment to be in this position today is worth it. Yet, none of it felt right, and all of it felt a little too cheesy. But something happened one day. My phone chimed with a Gmail notification. It was an email notifying me I was picked for a senior superlative. You know, those titles like Most Likely to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse or Best Romance us seniors vote on at the end of the year. Well, to my surprise, I was voted for one of these titles too. I opened the notification and it said, most likely to be successful. I was grateful for the nomination, yet I was curious as to why my peers voted for me. To my luck, I was in the midst of lunch with my friend Lily. Lily informed me that the students at the top of the class typically get voted for this specific superlative. Yet, that made me question what students associated with success. Do they associate a high GPA with success? Do they believe success is primarily based on academic performance in the classroom? Well, class of 2023, I truly hope you don't believe that. Because every single one of you is pursuing your own type of success. Every single one of you has very different paths. And not a single one of our destinations are the same. And if this statement is as true as I believe it to be, then none of us should be basing our view of success off a number. Standing up here today has always been a dream of mine. It was a goal I set for myself and one I worked very diligently to achieve. This is part of my success, but it's just that, my success. It's one very small form of success that I was blessed enough to be recognized for. But there are many types of success in this crowd today that certainly aren't my strong suits. Those of you who know me well know that I lack artistic skills, musical skills, and, well, definitely a lack of athletic skills. However, there are so many athletes, musicians, artists, and others sitting here right now that have exceptional achievements in their respective goals. And although not all 234 of us can stand here today and talk about our journey towards our accomplishments, I hope all of you take pride in what you have achieved and share it with others. When I considered what I wanted for my future and what my success looked like, I looked into my character, morals, and strengths. I knew I wanted a future rooted in a field strongly based on academics, especially in the field of science. But I also wanted a future rooted in dedication, selflessness, and service. As I work towards accomplishing these goals, I am working towards what I deem is my success. I'm incredibly excited and motivated to pursue this because these goals are rooted in who I am as a person. It's rooted in my individuality. An American comedy writer and speechwriter, Robert Organ, once said, the key to success is individuality. And with that, one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give to you is to cherish your individuality. Clutch onto it and let it be the driving force to your success. Because when you pursue your life based on your own goals, based on your own morals, based on your own desires and what you want for your future, that is going to lead you towards your success. Make sure you are striving for this success for yourself. Not because it's what your family wants, not because it's what your friends want, or not because it seems to be the most socially acceptable idea of success. Because when you pursue success based on your own individuality, it will allow you to keep chasing the success for the rest of your life. Let's face it, when we pursue goals for the sake of others, or simply pursue goals we do not enjoy, it is tiresome, and we can become too fatigued to pursue those goals any further. But when we truly love these goals, and they are based on who we are as a person, then we continue to pursue them, and our success will only flourish. Before I send off my final wishes, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate all those in my life who have gotten me to where I am today. First off, thank you to my family, specifically my mother and father who have always been my biggest supporters, and my grandmother who has always been one of my biggest inspirations. Thank you to my friends, especially Lily and Stella, for holding my hand through the ups and downs of high school. Thank you to my teachers, particularly Mr. Talbot, for his dedication, kindness, and inspiration. Thank you to my guidance counselor, Mrs. Meter, for believing in me and encouraging me to strive for better. Thank you, administration, for everything you do of us. And of course, thank you, class of 2023, and a special shout out to the Berkeley kids who I have been with since preschool. Class of 2023, congratulations again. I wish you all lots of laughs and the best of luck as you continue to pursue your own success. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. It is now my pleasure to welcome our second student speaker to the podium. She'll be attending Princeton University to study public and international affairs. Would our salutatorian, Abby P. O'Brien, please come to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. I'm greatly honored to be standing in front of my peers, friends, family, and faculty today as the salutatorian of the Somerset Berkeley Regional High School class of 2023. But even more than that, I'm extremely proud to be a part of this incredible graduating class. The people sitting around me are some of the most inspiring, kind, intelligent, and wonderful human beings that I will ever have the privilege of knowing. I'm grateful to stand among them, and I'm privileged to be able to speak to you all tonight. In all honesty, I spent way too much time trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about in my speech. So I decided that if I couldn't figure out exactly what I wanted to say, I would ask other people what they wanted to hear. My journey started in international relations last Tuesday during lunch block. I sat down, turned around to the two boys sitting behind me and said, "What's one thing that you'd want to hear in a graduation speech?" My first piece of advice was to throw in one good joke, but I figured that our joke of the day would come from our class president, so I'll leave the comedy aspect of tonight for him. I was then told to talk about our most iconic high school moments, the things that everyone can relate to regardless of who they are. Now, another thing that you should know about our international relations class is that every time we got back from lunch, we would choose a new topic and rank the top 5 things in those categories. From cereal to states, we basically exhausted every subject with these rankings. So inspired by our top 5 lists, I thought it would be fun to take a walk down memory lane and create our top 5 high school moments. Here's what I came up with. And for reference, this list is solely in chronological order. Number 1, getting mocked harder than any other freshman class in the history of high school. We were lucky enough to be freshmen in the era of Visco Girls and Hydro Flasks, when every TikTok you saw all summer was insulting the class of 23 and their scrunchy obsessions. The upperclassmen hated us. The problem only got worse when we probably had the worst freshman case rally skit to ever exist. And I take a lot of the blame for that because I signed up to write the script and did it the night before. And then we dropped the ball during the football scene. Not once, but twice. Evan, I'm really sorry we made you wear that mask that you couldn't see out of. But in all fairness, it made a really funny joke for the next 2 skits, regardless of how much we were made fun of in the moment. Number 2, the entirety of sophomore year. Now, I don't really want to dwell on COVID because nobody wants to relive that era of our lives. However, I will touch on some of the virtual learning experiences that were universal to basically everyone. For example, school started at 7:40, so your alarm would go off at 7:35. You'd grab your computer, log onto your Google Meet, turn off your camera, and go back to bed. Or when you'd be having a full conversation with your mom, certain that your microphone was turned off, but really your whole Spanish 2 class was listening to what you were going to have for dinner. Let's just say it was a learning experience, and nothing about sophomore year was normal, but it was so uniquely ours, and I think that makes it kind of special. Number 3, February 28th, 2022. That date probably means nothing to any of you, but let me provide a little more context. That was the day we came back from junior year February break, and the day that the mask mandate was lifted in school. And on the surface, that doesn't probably seem like anything important, But if you think about it, it really was. Because that was the day that school began to feel kind of normal again. You saw people's faces who you hadn't seen in almost 2 years, and you finally got to go back to school dances and sporting events and musical performances in a more conventional manner. It was a breath of fresh air, and it was the moment high school started to feel the way you expected it should. Number 4, senior year case rally. Whether you participated in it, watched it from the stands, or were at home because it was an excused absence, so why would you come to school? That day was pretty great. We felt unified, like one big group of friends instead of a bunch of small groups of people who don't usually run in the same circle. And after losing both the rally and powder puff to the sophomores during our junior year, we really needed that win. Plus, no moment will ever top getting to watch Caden and Owen dance to Gangster's Paradise, dressed as Thanos and Nebula, or the perfectly choreographed fight scene that all participants were willing to batter and bruise themselves for in order to ensure complete authenticity. Simply put, it was fun to watch, it was fun to be a part of, and it was really fun to experience together. And finally, the final moment that tops off our top 5 Class of 2023 moments is this, right now. The culmination of 13 years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. The moment where every single one of us, regardless of who we are or how we got here, is joined together by one common theme. We're graduates. I still find it hard to grasp that concept. I still wake up every morning expecting my alarm to go off and tell me that it's time to get in the car with my brother and drive us to school. When they tell you it's the fastest 4 years of your life, you're inclined to not believe it, but it's so true. I remember those top 5 moments like they were yesterday, but somehow they also feel like a lifetime ago. For the last few weeks, my best friend and I have only really been listening to songs that remind us we're graduating. Because why wouldn't you want to make yourself cry on the daily about the fact that you're leaving everybody you've grown up with? Regardless, one line that always resonates with me is one from Wherever I Go from the show Hannah Montana. She says, "The chapter's ending, but the story's only just begun." And I feel like that's a perfect representation of what today means. Today marks the end of the first phase of our lives, but now begins the next chapter of a truly long and fascinating story that we will keep continuing to write. Whatever your path may be, we are off to do bigger and better things than we have ever done. Take these top 5 moments with you and strive to have moments even greater than the best of them. Take what you've learned from this chapter of your life and build upon that, and make the next chapter the best one yet. And continue to do that over and over again for the rest of your story. For some people, high school may have been the best years of your life, and for some, they may have been the worst. But wherever you fall on that scale, that's okay, because your story has so much more to be written. If you loved high school, great. Take that love with you and challenge yourself to find that same love in all of your future endeavors. And if you dreaded every second of being here, then use that as motivation to find joy in the next chapter of your life in spite of your high school experience. The one thing I do want to stress, though, is please don't peak in high school. Don't let these 4 years be the best your life has to offer. Appreciate and cherish them, but learn from them and build upon them so that every chapter that follows only gets better. Look for the top 5 moments in every stage of your life and make them great. Don't let these 4 years define you, because life is more than high school and our futures are so bright. For now, though, take the time to be proud of yourself and your accomplishments. Revel in the congratulations and accept the hugs and the pats on the back. And don't forget to thank the people that helped you get here. I'd thank every teacher I'd ever had for believing in me and pushing me to be the best version of myself. I'd thank my little brother Beckett for all the car rides to school and for being my best friend. I'd thank Reese Swanson for being the sister I never had and for being the best person I've leaned on for the last 10 years of friendship. I'd thank my dad for all the Abby Dad fun days growing up and for always supporting me and knowing how to make me smile. And I'd really thank my mom for being my lifeline, my greatest inspiration, and my biggest fan. My successes are their successes, so please thank those important people in your life because they're proud of you. One final piece of advice I got when trying to figure out what I wanted to say was to quote Taylor Swift. And I found it only fitting because my grad cap is also a Taylor Swift quote. So I leave you with this. No matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. Let's go write the next chapters of our stories. Let's make more top 5 moments, and let's leave the type of legacy that being good to people leaves. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it.
Our final speaker needs no introduction. I would now like to introduce the senior class president, Ian M. Sullivan, to say a few words.
Good evening. I figured everybody's expecting it. I got to start with one more joke of the day. So, today's joke. What kind of cars do elves drive? Toyotas. And you might think, what? That makes no sense. Why are you talking about elves? I'll get into that. So, one of my favorite movies of all time is Elf. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry. Elf is a story about a human baby, Buddy, who accidentally crawls into Santa's toy bag one Christmas Eve and ends up being raised by Santa's elves. As Buddy grows up, he realizes he's different. He doesn't look like an elf. He's much taller, doesn't fit in the bed or shower. He doesn't work like an elf. He's too clumsy and too slow to make the delicate toys. And he doesn't sing like an elf. He brings the elf choir down a whole octave. Eventually, he starts questioning his identity. Papa Elf then explains that he's a human. And with that knowledge, Buddy sets out to New York City to find his real dad and see if he fits in with the humans. Many shenanigans take place next. And what Buddy comes to realize is that you don't have to be born an elf to, well, be an elf. In many ways, Buddy's journey is like the journey all of us embarked on 4 years ago. Let me explain. So we weren't always raiders. Most of us started out as tigers, crickets, dolphins, eagles, and even owls. But we really, really wanted to be raiders. Sure, we tried coming to some of the football games when we were in 8th grade, but we were loud, fooled around, needed to ask our parents to park down the street when they came to get us. Nobody was mistaking us for raiders. And we definitely didn't look like raiders. When we first got to Somerset Berkeley, we didn't have all the raider gear. We wore our middle school outfits, Davis and his neon outfits. We were definitely smaller. I was like 2 feet shorter. We waited what seemed like hours after practice for our parents to come pick us up. In fact, I remember standing there one day after practice by the student parking lot, one of the freshman football coaches, Coach Steele, who sounds oddly like Mr. Narwhal, saying something along the lines of, "Bye, Ian, hope you find your dad." Classic Coach Steele. We definitely didn't work like raiders. Generations of raiders before us had it easy. No Zoom classes, no COVID protocols, no splitting the week with half our classes remote and half in person. But we gutted it out. And now we even have classmates heading to the gosh darn Ivy League. Shout out Abby. We proved we are not cotton-headed ninny-muggins. We didn't perform like raiders. Boy, did it take the class of 2023 a while to figure out this case rally thing, huh? We even lost to the juniors last year. That was crazy. But we finally learned the best way to spread Raider cheers to sing it loud for all to hear, or doing a really awesome fight scene for all to see. Now, more importantly, we learned a lot. We learned Raiders have Raider appetites. Only elves eat a diet of candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup. Only raiders eat a diet of Dunkin' drinks and chicken quesadillas from the cafeteria. Student dining center, sorry. We also learned good things happen when we step outside our comfort zones. In New York, Buddy had to wear a suit and tie, work in a mailroom, and learn how to ask a girl out, all of which made him uncomfortable. But he was able to put his own little twist on all of it. Here at Somerset Berkeley, we all tried some new things. Some of us got up on stage and acted in plays. Some learned a new sport, some created new pieces of artwork, some took on leadership roles. Was it uncomfortable at first? Yeah. But a Raider doesn't give up. No. And we put our own little twist on everything, like making this the most intense water tag game of all time, or introducing the morning announcements to our daily schedule, which they're actually adding time to first period next year specifically for the morning announcements. Shout out, Mia. And we learned You can be a Raider even if you're not born a Raider. Being a Raider, it's in your heart. Spoiler alert, in the end, Buddy goes back to the North Pole and lives with the elves because even though he wasn't born an elf, he realized deep down he is an elf. Just like we are now Raiders and always will be. I know you all might have thought you would never hear it again, but here it is one more time. We are resilient. We are academic. We sure are independent. We are most definitely digital citizens. We are empathetic and we are respectful. And now, as we leave Somerset Berkeley, we know that it's okay if at first we don't fit in. We will eventually, just as we did here. And we know that it's okay to fail at something. That's how we learn what we're truly good at. And we know we need to take risks. With great risk comes great reward. And we know we can always come home. For us, as we head off to new adventures at college, in the military, or in the workforce, we Raiders know that Somerset Berkeley will always be our home. We just won't exactly be able to come see a SBRHS Thanksgiving game. Too soon? Thank you all. Leanne.
Thank you, Ian. At this time, I would like to call Superintendent Schoonover to the podium. The Superintendent's Award is given to the highest ranking senior. This award is based on scholarship, loyalty, and achievement. The 2023 Superintendent's Award is given to Cameron J. Barabee. Every year, the faculty of Somerset Berkeley Regional High School come together to present a scholarship to a student that they vote exemplifies the qualities and vision of an SBRHS graduate. The Kyla McGarry Scholarship is given in memory of class of 2021 member Kyla McGarry, whose legacy of being a true Raider lives on in this award. The money for the roses carried by our graduates was raised by the generous contributions of the Somerset and Berkeley communities to raise funds for this scholarship. This year is unlike any other, as we also have a citizenship award that is also presented to the member of a class who is outstanding in character, citizenship, and scholarship. That is voted on by the scholarship committee. Both of these committees voted overwhelmingly for the same graduate. So the staff and the committee voted for the same graduate. This year's Kyla McGarry Scholarship winner and the Citizenship Award is presented to a graduate attending Merrimack College majoring in data science and mathematics, Jordan E. Theriel. I would now like to direct your attention to the concert band, who will perform National Emblem March by Edwin E. Bagley. waited for, the conferring of diplomas. Would Mr. Jack Correa, a member of our Social Studies Department, please come to the podium to present our graduates?
Matthew Aguiar. Landon S. Ahern. Ava Marie Alvarez. Dominic Alderman. Aaron E. Almeida. Evan Amaral. Elizabeth Catherine Anderson. Lexi Taylor Avalar. Nicholas Avalar. Finn G. Baker. Matthew Baldwin. Logan Barboza. Cameron Bearer. Madison Jean Belanger. Sydney Rose Belanger. Raylan Lee Berard. Brooke Bernier. Cameron J. Barabee. Emily Bjork. Lily Vitello. Nolan Michael Vitello. Gunnar Boudreau. Ryan Brazil. Dylan Brilliant. Elena Brillo. Joshua Emmanuel Brum. Brady Scott Cabral. Kylie Keiko. Drew Camaro. Anthony Conte. Michael Mark Cardinal. Matthew James Carlisi. Dylan Michael Carpenter. Alexandra Carvalho. Ethan Mark Carvalho. Cameron Casey. Michael Nicholas Celia. Eleanor Grace Schwannard. Christopher Andrew Sagani. Chad Chulo. Caleb Matthew Clary. Miranda Elizabeth Clark. Kevin Comfrey. Alexandra Faith Cook. Kayla Marie Cordero. Lindsay Corvu. Bryce Aaron Costa. Evan James Costa. Julia Marie Costa. Matthew Edward Costa Jr. Tyler Anthony Costa. Ethan Crossan. Joshua Robert Cunha. Tiffany Frias DePont.
Nice job, Josh. You did it.
Serena De Silva. Nadia Sofia Da Silveira. Madeline Davis. Isabella DeSalle. Owen DeRocher. Ian D'Souza. Montana DeTerra. Logan Diffley. Sawyer Diffley. Alicia Dupree. Michael Durrett. Sarah Edwards.
We love you!
Gabriela Fernandez. Stella Fernandez. Alessandra Rose Ferrara. Alec Diago Ferreira. Dylan Ferreira. Jacob Luis Ferreira. Preston Ferreira. Jeremy Farrow. Wyatt Joel Figueredo. Kedra Ann Finch. Jack David Finlaw. Madison Fisher. Colin Fitzgerald. Morgan Maria Fonseca. Cameron Joseph Freitas. Xavier Garcia. Logan Gonzalez. Noah Robert Goslin. Mia Elizabeth Gosson. Jason Green. Kylie Madison Green. Abigail Lynn Grundy. Roosevelt Leonel Guerra. Lawrence Charles Haney. Savannah Hankins. John Philip Hansen III. Kiana Lee Hernandez. Isabella Hines. Zachary Horsfall. Stephanie Rita Weiss. Ty Hudson. Kiara Souza Ignacio. Alexis Ivy. Chloe Lynn Jacobs. Henriette Joy Visagi James. Henry Cohen Visagi James. Jason Jaramillo. Jason Matthew Jean-Marie. Ian Howes Jepson. Maxwell Thomas Geronimo. Matthew Ryan Kay. Lauren Lena Ruth Kelly. Aiden Robert Kennedy. Ashton J. Corey. Abigail Doreen Canay. Ryan Kulibaba. Mallory A. LaChapelle. Madison Elizabeth Langlois. Seth Lee. Kylie Lydia Ledger. Ringo Lavasser. Jameson Lindbergh. Thomas Lacarney. Robert J. Lomax. Chloe Lombardi. Jeffrey LaPriori. Colin Lord. Kylie Lorenko. Jason Lynch. Jonathan Lynch. Riley Lynch. Lynch. Jada Lynn Margarita. Caroline Paige Martin. Alexia Martinez. Alexa S. Martins. Marco Massarini. Jonathan Mastriano. Brianna McKeon. Sarah McNally. Devin Medeiros. Caitlin Monique Medeiros. Lily Medeiros. Nathan Medeiros. Savannah Aaliyah Medeiros. Tyson Medeiros. Owen Meehan. Emma Rose Mello. Hannah Joy Mello. June Melvin. Tiernan Messier. Megan Page Millar. Emma Mary Murphy. Paige Nelson. Camden Newhook. Victoria Alexandra Nightingale. Brianna Nye. Abby O'Brien. Alexander Oliveira. Audrey Oliveira. Peyton Oliveira. Shaylin Palmer. Riley Paskevich. Bryce Pereira. Nicholas Robert Perry. Perry Driscoll. Charlie Phillips. Aiden Joseph Pierce. Nathaniel Pollock. Ava Ponce. Jalen Porter. Emma Elizabeth Preston. Genesis Price. Caroline Jane Puccini. Eric Michael Rad. Spencer Raposo. Jack Bronner. Anna Paula Rosa. Derek Rose.
Let's go, Jack!
Eric Rose.
Yeah, Eric!
Kaylin Rose. Haley Rohana. Brandon Ruggiero. Serena Tony Sadi. Ryan Salmon. Andrea Elizabeth Santos. Julia Rose Santos. Tyler R. Scanlon. Kylie Schechter. Sophia Elizabeth Schoonover. Michael Theodore Shaker. Emily Grace Shea. Braden Silva. Isabel Euphemia Silva. Nathan John Sylvester. Gabrielle Mary Sylvia. Delaney Brianne Smith. Isabella La Rosa Smith. Nevaeh Snow. Alana Elin Souza. Deacon Souza. Evan Philippe Souza. Jasmine Spofford. Caitlin Rose Strickler. Davis Jared Sullivan. Ian Michael Sullivan. Jordan Sullivan. Ren Sullivan. Reese Marie Swanson. Hannah Marie Tarantino. Ava Rose Tavares. Benjamin Michael Taylor. Noah Russell Taylor. Jordan Elizabeth Therio. Daniel Tebow. Paige Uwen. Lucas Michael Valderrama. Gianna Valenti. Cassandra Valerie. Brenda D. Verma. Caden L. Bertentis. Brianna Vieira. Alex Voss. Caden C. Weinberg. Colby Williamson. Jocelyn J. Wilson. Madison Alicia Wright. Edwina Youssef Zaru.
Would the family of Noah Messier please come to the podium to receive his diploma and a yearbook given to him by the class of 2023. And would the family of Azrael Estabrooks please come to the podium to receive her diploma and a yearbook given to you by the class of 2023. Let's have another round of applause for the class of 2023. We would like to thank everyone for attending tonight's ceremony. This celebration is a community event, and we thank all of you for your help and support. There are many, many people to thank for making this day possible, and I'm certain I will forget somebody. But there are a few people we want to recognize. First of all, Mrs. Pereira, Ms. Ferris, and Mrs. Ducuto, this day would not have been possible without your hard work and dedication to the class of 2023. Mr. Young and Mrs. Roush, thank you for your leadership and direction of our select singers and band. It was a beautiful ceremony. We would also like to thank Ms. Peckham for recording the event tonight. I will be sending everyone a link this weekend, so you'll have that. I would also like to thank our buildings and grounds and custodial staff who truly moved mountains tonight to make everything happen and look the way that it looks, so thank you. Thank you to our central office administration, our superintendent, and our school committee for again being so supportive. And most of all, thank you families of all of these young people for sharing them with us these past 4 years. We look forward to hearing what all of your futures hold. Keep in touch and let us know of their successes. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we will recess off the field to the front of the building where we invite families to meet up with their graduates. As we leave, you will hear messages recorded by the faculty and administration of Somerset, Berkeley, and Somerset Berkeley Public Schools, sending well wishes to the graduates. We will also send a copy of these well wishes via email this weekend. We ask that all guests remain in their current location until the graduates have left the field. Class of 2023, please rise. Superintendent Schoonover, school committee members, parents, family, and friends, it is my great honor and privilege to present to you the class of 2023. Congratulations, you are officially graduates.